Hello, what's going on, guys? So this is the 12 18-inch Zv7 build with the 6 Ruthless 10k's. So I figured out how I'm going to put the amps in. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever seen the battery, but I have that battery goes all the way this length. Plus I have that one up there, all lithium. But so I figured this is how I'm going to do it. I have these brackets that I had put here. So the first one will be bolted up against the wall, and I have rubbers that go up against it as well. Help with the vibration. Even though it's a 6-inch wall, it's still going to have a little vibration. So I got some rubber, like gasket type of things. That will help it a little, if it does, if it don't, whatever. But so I'm going to put 3 there, 3 there, 3 red, 3 black. So yes, that's the deal now. So that worked out pretty good. See how I got these things here? Well, it goes all the way across. I'm going to put the rubber things in between here as well on all 4 connects. That way it helps it a little bit more too. So that's the dealie on that. This is going to be my speaker wires. I'm running 1 wire for each sub, not 2 subs, 1 wire, you know, help it out a little bit more. See how I do it? You know, two positives, 2 blacks, you know, and I put it in here. But I'm not going to be able to use this on this build. They don't fit in this where the speaker wires go. At least I haven't tried, but I just don't think they fit. They're too small. So I'm going to have to use just the wires with a ferrule over it. That's the deal on that. Same thing here. When it comes to these positive and negative outputs, these are not that big. A 2-gauge wire is like really tight. The 0-gauge works good, but I have 4/aught wire going, so I have a reducer that I'm going to reduce it down to put it in. But I think they should be just a little bigger for the power this thing needs. But no, they've been working this good for this long. Why change it, right? Alright, that's about it. What's going on, guys? So I do have 1 amp in, and I'll explain to you what I'm doing here. I am going to video record this as I go. Something I didn't do with all my other builds. So what I do is I have these rubber 1/4-inch washers, and they're going in the back and in the front, and then there's an actual washer going on, and I have the deck screws, the beefy ones, to hold the amp. That's how I'm putting the one up against the wall, as you can see. And then the other one are on hangers. The next 2 are on like hangers that hang here, and I'll show you that when I get to that point. But yeah, I am starting to put the amps in now. I am on my vacation, so I'm going to be able to start working on this. I'm figuring I'll have all these amps in 2 days, and I'll start the baffle on Wednesday. There we go. What's going on, guys? This is another update on the big 12 18-inch build. So the Ruthless 10k's amps, a lot of you are familiar with them, but the strange thing is when they do them, they go positive, negative, negative, positive, negative, positive. Well, here they go positive, then negative. I made a diagram on it there so I wouldn't forget, because I do a lot of that. But really strange, you know, how they wouldn't just make them all in order. But so here's another thing. This is all aluminum. When it comes to the tower amps and stuff like that, it's usually plastic around, but this is aluminum. So when it came to the Allen key, I taped it up. So when you're tightening it, if you slip or if anything, you just don't touch it, because if you do touch the positive when you're tightening it against that aluminum, forget about it. Wrap it up. It's done. So I taped it all up. A good thing I did it, because it happened to me. Of course, I didn't find out if it did anything because I taped it. So, one other thing is, on it, when it comes to the gauges on the inputs on those, 2-gauge barely fits. I mean, this amp needs tons of power. But 2/aught barely fits. Now, I'm using 4. So, what I have to make special. I tried to get reducers on Amazon and stuff. They do say they fit 4. If you purchase them, don't, because they don't fit 4. And it even says that in some of the people that say things about it. So here's the difference. This is 0 and this is 4. You can see the difference what I'm using compared to what, 0 gauge. That's 0 gauge right there. Matter of fact, I think this is 2. No, this is 1. That is 0 gauge versus 4. You can see here I got that crimper there. See how that looks there. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. See how that looks. It's a nice crimp that it does, this crimper. But you got to be careful. You don't want to overdo it. I have another one there. The piston will blow on it. You know, you really want it tight. You're not thinking right, and all of a sudden it just blows. So I bought another set. You really don't have to do it too much. These things work really well. But yes, that's an update, and just something to help anybody out that's doing an amp like this. Be careful on the positive and negatives. Oh yeah, one other thing is, on the inputs, how I'm doing that is, like I said, I didn't have a reducer. So what I'm doing is taking these and cutting it like this. See that? Now that fits right in there, sweet. And there's my floor rot, you know. The only thing is, you can't do it to all. Because they're so big, they may touch. You can see here. So I got one going one way, and then one going the other way. Of course, 2 different ones. But the centers, I just have the wires. And what I did is I cut it down to a 2-aught. Outside casing. The things that you put around them, the sleeves or whatever. And then the outsides are these, which ain't a problem. It's alright. It works. But yeah, there you go. Okay guys, another short video. I am going to take a longer video when I get everything together and stuff. So I got the second amplifier in. I started this around 9:30. I think it's 11, so it's an hour and a half per amp. I had to bolt this one in. See how I got the washers on here? The rubbers under. So I'm going to get that 9000 glue that we use on the subs. And I'm going to touch, I lock washers, lock nuts, but I still am going to just touch them with some of that 9000 so they don't vibrate loose, which I don't think they will. See how it's a lock nut right there? And I just touch it with that stuff. But, yeah, it's really like an hour and a half per amp. I don't know why it's taking me so long, it just is. So that's where I'm at. So again, I may not even get all these amps in today. I know I'll get this one, third one, and that fourth one against the wall. It's the wiring that's taking a long time because I'm using the braided stuff and all the heat shrink. I'm trying to make it look good as well as work good. And this 4-aught wire is a little harder than 0 gauge. Yeah. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I guess I'll leave that. Okay, anyway, next time. Okay, day 2. I do have all the I have 3 amps in. I was going to say all the amps. I have 3 amplifiers in, and that's it. They are all wired up. You can tell I'm exhausted. Besides the speaker wires, which ain't too bad. You just got to connect them in there. But, hook the remotes. I got to tackle the other side. It did take me 2 days to do those 3 amps, which seems like a lot, but it's a lot of work. A lot of time, I mean. And I'll be doing this side tomorrow. I'm going to freshen it up a little bit, take off that fire extinguisher. Got to move things around a little bit from the other build. This stand is nice, but here's the thing. So it's good this way, but it's got a little movement this way. So I'm just going to put some brace in this way up against the wall, top, bottom. That'll hold that. That ain't no big deal. But that's really, really nice, though. I'm happy, really happy with it. So there we are, day 2. Okay, guys, here's a video. All the Ruthless 10k's are in. They're all in. I wish I can get a wider view of it, but I'm really stuck in a spot here. But it's got to be cleaned up. I got to set up the remote wires, and that's for that. So what I did order is, I actually have is 2 JP28s that are going to run the front highs, which I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you right here. That's going to run these. Now, originally I've had these wired with the tar amp 3000 at 1 ohm, which worked extremely well. I mean, ton of power. So try to keep everything, you know, up to date or whatever. I was going with the JP28s, and you know, I said I was going with, because I changed my mind. I'm going to go back with the 2 3Ks and put 3000 on each 4 tweeters. Turn the gain way down, sounds very clear, nice. And that's actually hooked up to a totally different battery. These 2 batteries and the 2 alternators under the hood are solely dedicated only for these 6 amps. I have another alternator for the vehicle, which has a lithium battery, which is going to run the 2 3Ks. So a totally separate thing. So all that power is only for them, which I like. It just adds a lot more to it. So I got to hook up the remote wires, a couple things like that, clean it all up, and I'm done back here. I am going to add 2 more of the 3Ks here for the other door as well. When I get to that, I still have to take some things apart. Like I said, it's from the old build. Clean it all up. And that's what I got going on here. But the amps are in. You know, like this stuff right here. You know, I'll fix all these scratches, make it a little pretty, stuff like that. And these are all on rubbers. And one of the things I did say in the other video that I had is that these things are fine going this way, right? Really strong. But going this way, I mean, they're not moving, but look. See how it moves a little when I hit it? Now that's vibration. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set up a couple braces from here to the wall. On the top and the bottom. Or anywhere from here to there. You know, just to beef it up a little bit. From here to the bottom. Any little thing. To stop it from moving this way. And that's about it. And one other thing is, I was thinking I'm going with 2 wires for each sub. The way I had it before is I had 1 wire for each sub. And I decided not to. I'm going to stick with the basics. Just 1 wire each sub. So, you know, run it over. That's plenty. And I'm good with that. So, yeah, that's where we are. I'll show you a picture on the inside. Well, I'm going to start. As soon as those 3Ks go in, which are easy, they're all wired and everything. I just got to screw them in, take them out. This is the back. This is the next project. I got to stop putting the baffle in. I've already have all the measurements. I forget, it's Britain or something like that, designed the box for me. So yeah, I'm going to clean everything up and stop putting this together. Take out this front wall, take this seat out. And you see this, you notice there's no radio. It's in my hand radio that I'm going to have outside the van. So more people can get in at a show. And enjoy it instead of me sitting beside them. Not only that, after listening to it for a while, it'll probably start driving you crazy. Yeah, that's where we are. Okay, guys, this will be my last video until I start the box in the back. So I did put the JP28 here. It's a lot better than the 2 amps I had. So, and I got another one going there. Or maybe I'll put them both here. That's why I moved it so far over. I don't know. I'm still debating whether I want to put it there. I may just put it right there. It'll look good. But everything's on. Everything's running good. Hooked up. All amps are on. Yeah, that's what we got going on now. So the next step is going to be putting this box together, building that baffle. And that ain't going to be for about a month and a half. Solid, huh? That is a brick. It's like a brick wall. It's amazing. It's so hard. Yeah, that's it. So that baby is done. I had to get a full picture from where I am of everything. I'll probably get it on this side better. Yeah, you can kind of see it better there with the JP amp. I should have put that one on just for looks, but tired of doing it. I've been working on it for 5 days now straight, so I'm done. I gotta work on my other vehicle. Okay, guys.